Mary Magdalene Project fights for the freedom and survival of women and girls in Los Angeles whose lives have been destroyed by sexual exploitation. The average age of a child forced into prostitution is 12. The women served are often the girls who never got out, the girls who got left behind. My intended audience for this strategic communication plan overview are the 3 full-time staff members of Mary Magdalene Project. While they have designated titles, their roles overlap in order to meet the needs of the organization. At their discretion, a key volunteer who can speak on their behalf would also be included. The question is, how does Mary Magdalene fight and support these young women on their journey out of the light? By introducing these women into what life should be, a life of safety, intrinsic dignity, value, acceptance, choices, opportunity, emotional, physical, and spiritual health. The programs connect young women to services that can empower and support them and assist them to live such a life. What is offered is meaningful, but unfortunately it's also insufficient to fully meet their needs. Capacity, both human and financial, must be increased in order to serve. Locally, there are many individuals and groups that have been active with Mary Magdalene Project over the last 3 decades. Yet there are still groups in our community that have yet to realize how the very prominent issue of human trafficking and sex slavery is not just an international issue, but one that occurs in our own community. Along with the issues locally are the solutions. And making these groups aware of both the issue and the solutions give them an opportunity to be part of the solution. This communication plan has 2 objectives, which coincides with Mary Magdalene Project's mission of helping women permanently exit the lifestyle. The first objective, to identify and establish 3 groups not already engaged or active with Mary Magdalene Project. This was based on a review of who their current audience is and what the goals are and what the strength, weaknesses, opportunity, and threat analysis revealed. This first objective is measurable by identifying 3 target groups, their contact information, and then calendar meeting times. It's to be achieved by the most appropriate Mary Magdalene Project representative meeting with the target group. And it's realistic, as the Mary Magdalene Project staff and board can identify groups and assign the appropriate representative. A suggested time frame for this to happen would be by March of 2015, keeping the plan fresh and immediate. The second objective is just as smart. It involves identifying 2 service areas or topics that are lacking from existing programming and engaging an existing or new community support to fill the needs. The program director will prioritize the areas of need. Possible resources will be identified and contacted. The goal is to have 2 new services within 6 months in place, which would be May of 2015. The Mary Magdalene Project goals of stronger programming, opening a residential program, and developing a resource guide are all doable with an increase in both human and financial capacity. The above-mentioned objectives are steps in that direction. In reviewing MMP's audiences, 5 priority audiences were identified that already exist: the YMCA, community leaders, organizations with similar interest, media, and the donors and foundations. New audiences are suggested. Nonprofits and religious groups that serve youth, local high school parent groups, the local board of realtors, chambers of commerce, and neighborhood councils. This communication plan has taken intended audiences and tailored messages based on education, prevention, and/or intervention. A budget sheet for each objective reveals that time is the biggest expense and has been broken down to address not only the big meat, but the time-sensitive task preceding and following the meat. March and May of 2015 are the endpoints for each objective. March may find Mary Magdalene Project with 3 new informed, engaged, and on their way to being active audiences. May's calendar can show new services added to breathe life into broken children who became broken women or not. I submit this plan